So reuse those UI components whenever possible. So yeah, that was the design basic. I'll go to the development basics. Any questions? Okay. So this is the first thing to know, the Adobe Flash platform. For developers, as you can see the picture also, there are a lot of devices where Flashes and the tools to design development are Flash CS4. The Flash Catalyst is here. How many people have seen Catalyst? A few of them. So Catalyst is basically, I would say, it's an interaction designer's tool. It actually bridges the gap between the design and development process. So you basically can create a Photoshop, or a Fireworks UI out of it, and you can create a UI in Photoshop or Fireworks. You can import it in Catalyst, and now you can actually specify, which is the combo box, which is the button, and that way you can just right click and say this is the button, and then the flex code generated for that. And it's very handy as a tool, and you can export it as a flex file or whatever. You can open that file, and later on you can put your development logic in that. So it really streamlines the process a lot. Then Flex is available as a framework, and then you have this Flash Builder. This is actually earlier known as Flex Builder. So this is Flash Builder now. There's a naming change there. The clients available are these two: the Flash Player, Runtime, and Adobe Air. Adobe Air, as I believe you must be knowing, it's a runtime created to make desktop standalone applications. You can create Flash applications and make them installable, packageable, and they can be sent as an executable file which people can install on their desktop. It has a lot of other features, additional to Flash features like the operating system features. In Flash, it can open the file system. You can save and read files. You can access the top bar, the status bar, whatever it is. And so that was Adobe Air. And you have servers like Flash Media Server family. There are a lot of servers available there. And there's for data intensive applications, you have this Blaze-based data services, which again we use Flex a lot. This is in general the Flash platform. This is not specific to the mobile. Please don't think that all these things are supported for mobile, but it's the general Flash platform. So, development basics, the IDE to use, I would say, is Flash, Professional CS4. Eclipse or other open source IDEs, there is a Flash develop tool available which does it for AS2. You can write your code and it can generate a zip file out of it. Not lot is available, but you can find some. Which ActionScript version to use? So as I said, AS3 is coming. But here I was talking about AS1 first. AS1, how many of you know AS1 was there some? Okay, fine. So AS1 had a lot of very limited feature set. As I told, FL 1.1 or that one family used to support AS1, and you can create, you can use it now also to create simple games and screensavers, wallpapers, custom user interfaces. AS2 is to use for complex applications, service integration, data, APIs. If you are using any third-party APIs to create a matchup, which we will see today, you should use AS2 for that. And Flashlight community frameworks, you should know about these are development frameworks. First is the Feather framework, which I talked about in the UI component section. They also have a framework. Coding framework, you can take advantage of that. Like they have written some very commonly used classes, you can use them. And there's a Shuriken service which is available. You can write it down, you can search on the net, and you can get a lot of information about them. Now I'll talk about Flashlight APIs. What are the APIs which are available in Flashlight today? Natively, the API which is available is FS command 2. I'll talk in details about this later on. There are this first party APIs which are available. So these APIs are basically to extend Flashlight's ability to do things. So the first one is the Nokia CD60 platform services. There are some extra APIs which you can use in flashlight for Nokia devices. There is this Sony Ericsson Project Capuchin. They have also integrated a lot of APIs which you can use for development in Sony Ericsson phones. And then you have this Qualcomm Blue mobile platform. Lot of Motorola phones and whatever. So they are Blue devices. So you can use this platform to create flashlight applications this framework to create flashlight applications for that platform. Some third party these are independent companies who have developed these APIs. Kuneri Light. So what is the quality of these websites? I would say Kuneri Light has a lot of extensions for camera, accelerometer, GPS. So those are not available natively in flashlight, but you can use those APIs to code your flashlight applications where you can use GPS, camera, accelerometer. Later on, after some time, I'll show you a demo of accelerometer with flashlight. So Kuneri Light is one. Then you have SwiftPack. SwiftPack was earlier in 2006 they had released, but it is still available. So it also has a lot of other APIs available there. Then Janus Light, again the same set of APIs. Basically all these guys have tried to extend flashlight ability to get other phone features into picture so that you can take advantage of those features. And then there is Flyer framework or API. These APIs are particularly for Python programming. So people who want to do or use Python scripts advantage in flashlight, they can use the Flyer framework. So, as I said, if you want to tap into GPS, accelerometer, Bluetooth, camera, etc., which are native phone features, you must extend flashlight. So, and there is an option to do it, so you should do it. As I said, I will delve deep into FS Command 2. This is very important in terms of flashlight development because FS Command 2 is not available on the desktop flash. These are specifically designed for flashlight development. There's native APIs, you can get it within Flash. So network-based APIs, there's max signal level. So there is this description written. You can actually do a lot of see the connection status in your Flash file itself. You can get the network name. And mind you, this is available as a list on the net. You can go and find it anytime. You just search for FS Command 2 in Flashlight. It will give you also there. In fact, I think Nokia site is a full. I think this one is from Nokia site. This whole list which you see. So they have categorized it, and there are some APIs which has hyperlink. So you can click on that and you can see the code example how you should code. So that is available. So I just wanted to show you what are the possibilities in the network area to detect network or what generation it is 2G, 3G. In your application itself, you can get information in your application. Battery status, you can actually get battery level, max battery level, or the power source in your system. The power source will let you know if your phone is charging or not. So think about it. The possibilities are, there are a lot of possibilities. You can, people have created wallpapers which would show iPhone like battery indicator where the green thing, the big battery is setting up on, and you can actually detect the battery level, whether it is charging or not. So all those visual things you can put up if you have these APIs in hand. Platform and device, you have this get platform, you can actually see which platform your content is running in, and you can do a lot of customization based on that. So if you see, you can get things like, whether it is Series 60, Series 40, just for a limit. But you can actually get, if you launch this API on a Sony Ericsson phone, it will let you know the platform. Device, get device, it returns the device identifier, the numbers typically, but not widely used, but you can use it. IMEI is a very important feature, you require IMEI number in a lot of cases. So you can get that to get device ID. Memory and volume, there will be a lot of situations where you have to know the memory condition of the flash player right now on your device, whether it is eating up a lot of memory or not. So these the first two APIs will let you play with the memory. The next two will do with volume levels. So the device's volume can be controlled through flashlight itself using those APIs. Locate date and time. So since mobile is a very contextual device and it can be used in any part of the world, the content can be used in any part of the world. So how to know whether your content is used by a Japanese or an Israeli? It's this one. So it will give you the locale, you can get relevant